joining me tonight. Tonight I have a fun project, and that is inking. I have never used the inks on fabric, and I'm excited to try this. And I have seen some way fun projects made with the ink. Let me show you the transfer that we're going to do. Let me pull that up. Hold on just a second. Okay, this is the transfer we're going to use. While you're looking at how cute that is, I'm going to make certain that this is shared to my timeline. So give me just a second here. I actually was going to set this up to go to my actual business page. I'll have to have my daughter help me figure that out tomorrow. That was the goal. But I think this is on my timeline, so we'll work on that for the next one. So it looks like it's there. Let me just share it to a couple of my pages and then we'll get started. Okay, I'll get myself back on the screen. I'm back. I have a new setup in my room. Looks like we're not seeing quite all of my decor in the back, but you can see some of it there. You'll see other craft stuff. I just had to get organized so that I could grab things as I needed them. It's been driving me nuts, so I set this up more for being able to do lives than how I had it before. I'm not quite finished. Hopefully tomorrow, well, tomorrow's Sunday, but hopefully in the next day or two, I will get this finished. Okay, let's continue on. If you're on, please like, share, and comment. I would love to have you do that. Also, if you're interested in ordering anything off of my website is chalkcouture.com/ArlanaPatton, and you can always order there. If you don't want to order there, you can join my VIP group where I will run specials in there, and there'll be certain things that you can get at a discount. And I have some specials going on in there right now, so I'd love to have you come join and find out what my cyber specials are. It's while supplies last, and I posted those today. So I still have the reindeer one to figure out, and I'll be posting the reindeer from last night. I'm going to try and keep my videos a lot shorter than last night. I will have more steps prepared, and we'll just talk about the preparation. I know it was too long, and I got carried away because I was having so much fun. The other way is I could divide that up into sections, and we could do different videos, different nights, so it wouldn't get completed in one night. So I'll figure that out, and so let's get started on our piece on earth. Let me get the table view here, and I'll put the switcher on. And it looks like you can see me and I have the right view of me. So let me show, here's the transfer. It looks way big. It's at least, gets a little past 18 inches on the sticky part of it. And let me pull up my comments too so I can comment with people tonight. Hello, honey, and howdy, Pam, and hello, Tanya. And thanks, Pam, for watching. It doesn't matter when you watch. Oh, thank you, Tanya. Yep. I'm all mixed up because of the room getting changed, I guess. No, we don't want you to stand on your head to read it. It's been a long, tiring day, so I apologize for it being upside down. Anyway, this is a great big transfer. So we will get it out of the package. Now, on the back side of the package are instructions. So that's kind of important when you get this. It tells you exactly how to use your chalk paste and how to care for your transfers. So that's great that we have that on the back of these packages. So give me a second to pull this out because it is big. So I think we'll start with, and I might just do one and start a new video if we decide to do more. We'll see how the time goes on just the one. So I've sewn up a whole bunch of pillows. And in fact, if my husband can go to our closet, and in one of those containers is pillow forms. So I was going to grab that. Like I said, it's been crazy because I was trying to get this area set up so I could do my live because my room's not totally done. So to start with, we have these ink mats. And the ink mat needs to go on the inside of this pillow form. And you guys are getting glare on that. I'll get that off of there. So it has that plastic covering. And this ink mat is sticky. I don't know if you can see. You know, when you touch it, you can feel how sticky it is. So I'm going to have to roll it. That's my thought anyway, because my opening isn't huge. I don't like to have a lot to sew. So yeah, rolling it makes it so we can get it in there. Once you get it in there, you'll have to work it around. Now the purpose of the ink mat is, I'm sure you guys kind of have that figured out, is it is to keep the ink from going through. Let me plug in my Easy Press here also, so that can be heating up. Give me just a second on that. Okay. So I'm ready to stick this on. Hi, Nancy. So if I can get it to peel off the backing, and it's probably easier if I turn this over. Because it's such a big transfer. I'm just going to do it part way. Actually, just a little bit. And then I'm going to lay it on here. And we might have to adjust it. Let me turn it so I can get something to measure with. Because it looks to me like that's going to be down just a little too far. Well, and you can kind of match it up by the transfer too, because it's almost the exact same size as the pillow. That's actually helpful on this one. So then I'm just going to reach under here and start pulling, and as I pull, I'm just going to smooth this down. Okay, and I'm trying to, let me measure this real quick. Because that'll give me more of an idea if I'm, now it's good. So that's not bad at all. So I don't need that. I just need you to find my pillow form, please. Yeah, they're up in the closet in the plastic containers. They're white. There's like 6 in a container. So I've got that smoothed on here, and about the only color you can use on this, because it's got so much plaid to it, is white. So we're going to use this white ink, and it's called Bright White. It goes on the same as the other inks. Let me write on the back of my transfer while I'm thinking about it, so that I get the right information on here to put my transfer back on. The shiny side is the side you put the transfer on. So remember that if you take it off and then you're wondering. Perfect, yep. You won't be. Just okay, my husband got my pillow form, so that's great. That's very helpful. So let me grab a spatula. And I'm going to get this opened up. I've never used the white. So this didn't even have a thing on it, so I don't know. Usually they do, but I don't even remember ever opening this. So I'm going to clean off the lid, because there was actually quite a bit up in that lid. You know, and I should have asked about this. I don't know that you put water in the inks. You probably just go with the consistency that it is. So, sorry about my phone going off. I'll turn the volume down on that. I forgot it was in here. So let me get a wipe here. I don't know where my paper towels ended up at, but this works. This is fine. So let me grab my bigger squeegee here. See if I can find it here, since I've moved stuff. Yeah, it's right here. So this, I'm going to use this angled squeegee. I've never used it, but that's what I have watched other designers use. Yeah, just throw it. So my husband to the rescue again, bringing me paper towels. So the angled squeegee has a lot of different angles, so that'll give you a good pressure on this. So I'm going to take my small one though, that I've cut in half, and I'm going to just put some ink in different spots. Oh, and I'm liking how it goes on already. So we'll try that. If we need more, we'll grab some more out of there. Actually, we might put a little more at the top, because I can pull that down. Hopefully you guys can see this, that like I say, everything's so big. Now one thing with the paste, and I just got that on me, so have your wipes handy, because you don't want to get that on your pillow. You got to keep your hands really clean. I'm going to grab a new wipe, because I can't really do much with that one. Okay, so I'll just start pulling this down in here. It's same thing as the other paste. Just try and spread it out as thin as you can, and you don't have to. You can put the rest back in the jar when you're done. It's a little bit different consistency, I can tell. So it may take more, although it's spreading real good. And I'm not certain how fast you need to work. I need to get faster at my projects because the chalk for sure dries out. So I'm going to get more ink and put on. Oh, thanks, Nancy. Yeah, they were lots of fun. I enjoyed that. Now this project won't be as long because once we get this on here, then we get the excess paste off and we take the transfer off and we blow dry it and then we heat set it. I'm going to put just a titch in a couple of spots here because I'm wondering how well it's gone through in these spots up here. I can kind of see the red through it, so I'm not certain. Yeah, that looks better now that I went over it. I'm going to turn it slightly so that it's a little easier to get to. Okay, I think I'll try and gather up some paste here before I pull this off. Squeeze it back into my jar. Checking my heat tool because it was beeping at me, so I want to make certain it stays on. Okay, I think I'm going to try and peel that off and hopefully we're okay. Let me get this cleaned off here. Let me make certain my hands are clean. Now something I'm going to try that a gal mentioned on one of the groups, that I just do it from this direction so you're not seeing everything quite so upside down. Let me get a little bit more of this paste. I can see some excess down here and I might as well save it. And you got to get it off your hands. I guess I should have left it. Anyway, there was a gal on the board that posted she took her ruler and put it there. And that makes it easy to pull it off. I like her idea. So let me turn this back over. I'm just going to try and stick it on my transfer since I don't have a way to go wash it at the moment. I'll just set that aside and let me get it on there a little better. Well, I like that ruler that I had there is a ruler that I've had for a while, but it's a heavy duty ruler. Let me grab, I see a couple of spots just along the top here that I want to just add a line to. In fact, there's even, yeah, there is still a couple of spots down below here that look like maybe I needed to press harder. Like I say, this is my first one. Let me grab, you know, we'll heat set it and then maybe I can just set it back on. It still doesn't look bad. So let me grab my blow dryer. I think it's behind me. Now my heat gun is. My blow dryer, not certain where it is. We'll use the heat gun tonight till I get that back in its spot. Well, let me reach over here and plug this in. The other thing, I use flannel on these pillow forms, and I'm wondering if, because flannel kind of fuzzes, if it would have been better, but some of the gals use flannel. So if it just regular fabric probably would have been better. Let me, I'll probably blow this circuit with, it's not liking all this power in here. Hold on, let me see if I can find my blow dryer. I'll have to get up a second, sorry guys. Was it the blow dryer last night that Oh, thanks, Nancy. I'm trying to think if it was the blow dryer last night that made the power totally go. Because my heat gun was going, it was just going back and forth. Hello, Julie. Welcome, welcome. This is doing that too. Our electric is crazy. My room probably can't handle all these things plugged in. I have all these tablets and now I have the heat press on, so it may really be doing it. Still a little tacky, which I'm sure it's going to be somewhat tacky, but I don't want it to be so tacky that it sticks to my heat press or my I think I'm going to use my Teflon sheets. Usually they say parchment paper, but I thought about that, and I have sheets of parchment paper, but I don't know exactly where those got put yet either. So, thanks, Julie, for sharing. I appreciate that. I'm going to be doing a contest. Haven't decided when, but the more people that get this out there, that will be great. I would love to get this up and running. Okay, so I think I'm going to... We'll turn this off a minute. And I'm going to grab my... one of my heat mats, my Teflon mats, because that can work on this just like the parchment paper. And I've got plenty, so I'll cover the whole thing. These are just my little 12 by 12 ones. They come in different sizes. You can get these off of Amazon. So if you have questions on any of my supplies, I found out today it's probably okay to talk about them. I first was told no, or probably not to mention whose company it is, but as long as it's nothing I'm selling, then I think we're good. So I'm going to grab my heat press. I've never used this before, so this will be new to me. And we will time it for the 30 seconds. And when that goes off, we will move it. Well, that's probably been the 30 seconds. See, I should have researched what I got to do here. I'm going to move it over. The one thing I forgot, good thing I have my glass, I have a heat mat here, so I'm going to lift this up. And we're just going to go over it again with the heat mat. With it being on the heat mat. So, and you can feel the heat coming from the easy press. I was debating what I wanted, but this is portable. If I would have got one of those great big presses, it wouldn't have been portable. And I was able to get this for a good deal when they first came out. So I lucked out on that. So, well, let me turn this back around so you're not upside down. Yeah, you can really feel the heat on that. I'll set that back there. But I think that's probably set good. Now, there is still a couple of lines that I'm missing on this. So I'm going to see if I can line the transfer back up and get a couple more of these lines that somehow didn't go through. And it's mostly just towards the bottom here. And then there's like one little spot at the top, but even that's not too bad. I could try and see if that would be any better. Like I say, I think if I was to do this again, and I've sewn several of these up in the actual flannel, so I'll just use them because it is working, but I think next time I would just get a cotton, like a calico or something. Okay, now one thing, yeah, you want to try and make certain that your transfers don't stick together. These big ones are a lot harder to work with. That's why I'm liking the ruler. I think I'm going to get another one so that I could have one on each end, especially with the bigger. So, have to see if I can get this line back up good. Sorry, I have it sideways at the moment, but that way I'm able to see exactly where I'm at. And it was mostly down here. it's already feeling dry on my transfer. Well, some of it is. So I'll have to be careful because I don't want to get ink on my pillow. Let me wash my hands real quick. Yes, Nancy, you can use an iron. And Judy, this is a 18 by 18 pillow that I cut, the 18 by 18 square. And I'm just going to put an 18 by 18 pillow form inside. And yes, it's a pillow, but not a pillowcase. Hi, Judy. I get busy and then I don't watch to see what's going on. So I don't know how long you've been on, but we've already heat set it, and I'm just going back over a couple of spots, and actually it might be just how the transfer is. Let me look here a minute. I'm going to try just a little bit of pressure, but it's actually how the transfer is. I thought it wasn't that way, so it worked good when I thought maybe it wasn't as good as it could be. So let me try a spot or two here, but I think for the most part it was fine. I'm just going to use my little smaller one. Let me get the lid on this ink here. Yeah, you just have to have a hot setting, Nancy, on your iron, and you just do it in sections when you're ironing it. So I really like using the ruler. Now there is since I'm going to heat set it again, I'm going to just get a couple of spots here where I can just kind of rub it on. Because that one little spot there looked like it didn't have as much. So let me get the blow dryer again on a couple of these spots, and then we'll put the heat press on, and we'll be ready to take it out and put the pillow form in it. Get on the lower temp. You know, some gals try the chalk. I inked on I used chalk on my felt. In fact, we could try the chalk and heat set the chalk too, because the chalk might be just as good. The only thing is you couldn't wash your pillow. In fact, there is gals that mentioned that they did do that, but they wasn't planning on washing their pillow. So if you want to wash it, you need to use the ink. If you're not worried about washing it, then you would be okay to do it with the chalk. And maybe the chalk would work better on this flannel. Like, we could try that on another one, just so we're comparing to see what it's like. Let me put my heat press or my mats back over, and then we'll do this couple of spots here and so oh, and it was Julie that said that. I thought my other sister was on there. Sorry, Julie. I said, so you were the one asking. My sinuses have been bad and my eyes are watery. So all I saw was the J real quick, and I thought it was my sister Judy. So I apologize about that. Okay, so my heat press decided to turn off, so I guess it's telling me it was done. Okay, so I'm gonna reach in here. Your mat's really hot, so we'll kind of let the air get in there and cool that off a minute. And like I mentioned before, it's way tacky, so I'm going to try and roll it a bit. There, and I can see a little bit where it did go through. It's not bad, but it was a good thing we had that in there. The only other thing I would suggest is if you didn't have one of those and you'd bought the ink and you wanted to try it and you still didn't have one of those yet, I would think you could put the Teflon sheets in between there. The main thing is to have something in between, but if you put cardboard, I think it gets too hot, so I don't know that I would trust cardboard. So these are my pillows that I got, and I bought these off of Walmart and had them shipped to store, and they are 18 by 18. It was a value pack. I don't remember the price, but they were an excellent buy. So if you need pillow forms, that's a great place to get them. And there was 2 different types, 2 different brands. They're both, I think they're both made by Fairfield, but they were called 2 different things. So I got them both, but when they came to the house here, I couldn't really tell the difference. Let me take that off the screen. Sorry. So, in fact, I can even take the VIP one. Julie, I don't know if you saw that, but I will run specials in my VIP group. And, or you can order off my website. Let me put that back up real quick. So my website is chalkcouture.com/ArlanaPatton, and that is where you can order. But like I say, if you want some deals, occasionally I'll run deals, and I'll put specials in my VIP group, so that's where you can get a little bit better pricing. So, okay, so let's put this pillow form in here and see how we do. I'm not going to stitch it, but we'll get it in there so you can see it. It is a nice pillow. I probably should have left a little bit bigger opening, but I don't like sewing them up. So it's working. I just got to work my way in there. So when I finish this one, do you guys want me to come back and try one in chalk and then end that for the night? We could start a new video. You have to give me a minute to get it ready. Or do you just want to call it good tonight with this one? And I will post the finished project tomorrow. This turned out way cute. So can you guys see that? Let me move the mat off there. And then I know what I can do. Don't mind the shakiness for a minute. That better? You gotta get a little bit better view of the whole thing. So I don't mind coming back if I have people that's willing to watch it. Yeah, I could run a special on. I could order some of these if you want this, Nancy. I'm going to be placing an order. So send me a message and we can discuss that so you could get this and I can send it to you. So I'm pretty sure they're still in stock. So this is way fun. And the transfers, you know, a little pricey to start with, but you can make so much with it. And if you take care of your transfer, you'll be able to use it over and over again. More, they say 10 times, up to 10 times. Some gals say they just keep using it and using it. And it's been that way with my little tiny transfers because I've used those, some of those like 40 times already. So, and they're still sticky. So that's it for the night on this, but why don't I have another really cute one? Why don't I come back? We'll try the chalk, and give me like 5 minutes to get things set up here so I can clean this area up, and I'll come back with another one. And my other transfer is not quite as big, and we'll see you in just a little bit. Thanks for joining me, and have a nice night.